syndrome, which is pull him down syndrome. And we will resist that in totality. Nigeria has got to the level that God needs to intervene quickly. If not, we'll be giving rooms to charlatans to be talking unchecked. When you see content creators trying to take charge of governance and they are unchecked, there's something is wrong somewhere. Of recent, we listened to one, Vincent, what's his name? Ose, popularly known as a very dark man, where he was determining the fate of who will be the IGP and who will not be the IGP. It's disgusting in a country of more than 200 million Nigerians for a content creator to be the sole decider of who to be and who not to be. You see, we must draw line against excesses of certain individuals. And that's why we're here today. We want to say, no one is God. No one can determine the fate and movement of anyone. Some time ago, we had some presidents who thought they were going to be everlasting presidents. What happened to them? They were called naturally. So for an individual to be saying never, 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 on what basis? Who is giving him the strength? If all things were good in this country, content creators ought not to be operating. It's just because of lacuna in the society that we allow them to be making noise, be talking as if they are authorities. Well, I wouldn't blame him. I blame the system. But we're here to say that those who are interested in pulling others down should know that they are already down, because it's taken down. And so if you want to rise up or you want to grow in physique, in anything in life, you must be able to admire those at the helm of affairs. Before anyone could get to the level of AIG, you must have paid your price. You must have paid your due. We remember clearly when the current AIG Mishood was the CP of Lagos State. Some vowed that never will it be the AIG of Zone 2. But here he is today. So who knows tomorrow? So we're here to state it clearly that it is not the sole aim or the sole intent or the sole priority or the sole power of anyone to determine who to be or who not to be. If we're to go by the rules of mere saying, I'm not sure the current president of this country would have been the president of this country. But to God be the glory today he is. And to that fact, it's only God that determines the movement and the progress of anyone. So, take it from us that as long as the current AIG is doing what is right, legally, we are solidly behind him. But if by tomorrow he decides to go the contrary, we will fight him. But for now, we stand by him, we can fight for him. Whoever is not interested in what he's doing can go to court and stop maligning him. Go to court and challenge this person. Don't malign. Don't call him names. As a criminal, is this, is that? Who will take that? You are only insulting that office. When he retires, to call him anything you want to call him. But as long as he's occupying a position in this country today, you cannot malign him. Thank you and God bless you.
It was quite upset under the Nigerian Constitution. I think it has come to the level of abuse. Because when you abuse a certain right given to you, then that means you have forfeited that right. So in this case of very dark, it's quite unfortunate, when had him, saying unprintable words, uncomplimentary remarks, passing on the person and office of the AIG, which is quite uncalled for. I think in this country, we should try to know our bounds and limits if we are enjoying certain privileges, for rights. To that extent, I think, very dark man should be called to order. And if they need the rights, it should be sanctioned as well. That's just my thing. Thank you.
Contribution. What I believe is that the authority in charge should try the law guiding all these content creators, should be reviewed so that they won't just be talking out of the box. Because everybody is now taking up to social media now. If you want to abuse anybody now, the opportunity is social media. You go there, nobody is going to, get you at that time. So you just talk and without looking at the implication of what you are saying. So the rules and regulations guiding it should be reviewed so that this kind of element can be, cautioned, so that they won't be going overboard on whatever they are uttering. That's my submission.
Gentlemen of the press, my own submission on this issue at now, because I'm also a journalist, environment and community. I'm also a blogger. I saw the whole content, but from the angle of the police, the AIG, DCs, the management of the police should find means to guide against leakages of information and leakages of that documents. All those documents that guy was displaying, I was boiling with me. How did he lay his hands on those documents? We are friends to police. Police is also our friends. It got to a stage that some of us started staying away from giving police information because of leakages of information. Nobody is supposed to know the source of police source. It is not correct in any society, in any security setting, that there will be leakages of information. As well, and secondly, on the issue of
is a different perspective entirely. Just to attest to the person of our amiable AIG. On my phone here, you can see this is a very gory image. You can see it. You can. I hope you cannot see it, please. This was a victim of one of the trucks of Dangote. Got crushed down Lagos Badagry Expressway last year, and the matter was reported to me. The AIG doesn't know me. I got his contact and I put the complaint before him, and within few hours, the victim that was abandoned in that hospital that wasn't given attention to, the Dangote truck driver, and the police, the police station around Badagry. I mean, as at that time, he was the commissioner of police in Lagos State. He doesn't know me. I just put the complaint across to him, and he acted on my complaint immediately. The woman, the Dangote company released fund, and the woman was treated, and today she's hale and hearty. There was no drama, no content, nothing. Unlike there's some Nigerian that will have taken to social media, make noise and this and that, blah blah, blackmail people, and the woman is alive. These are someone. If he's a corrupt person, he would have perverted. He would have even chosen to protect the interests of Dangote that will reward him rather than an average person on the streets. So if somebody of that caliber, of that nature, if using his office to protect the downtrodden of the society, and you now feel that he should not continue to, he should not continue to use his office to serve humanity. Some of us that are not content creators, that we just believe we should do our own to the glory of the supreme being and for the benefit of humanity. We will not fold our hands and watch the syndrome of Olodo uprising. Yes, Olodo uprising to continue to have a field. They will challenge that and would fight that to a standstill. So on that note, we want to express our unalloyed solidarity with the people's AIG. I must commend our policemen. Our police officers.
First of all, with deep sense of gratitude, appreciate our core activists and the conglomeration of the CSOs that have come to pay me solidarity visit today, headed by Chief Declan Ohio, for the very darkness man, and have been calling me out and raining a lot of unprintable words against my person at office. As an Assistant Inspector General of Police, I will resist any temptation by anybody to too low to be responding to anyone in the class of very darkness man in this regard. The matter he's talking about is already in court, and justice must prevail, and police action terminates where matters are taken to court. And that is the reason why, as a well-trained professional officer, I'm not allowed to comment about any matter that already in court. If there are any concern by anybody, either individual or groups of concern, they can join the matter in court, or they can provide these evidences for their lawyers to take to court for not coming to media space. And like I said earlier on, nobody can cow me to do what is unlawful. Justice must prevail. Freedom of expression is one of the essentials of democracy, which every Nigerian is entitled to. But the proviso is that your right stops when the right of other people begin. I, as a police officer, thousands of others as police officers in Nigeria deserve respect. We deserve the opportunity to be listened to. I'm not saying whatever we are doing should not be investigated. It should be, because we must have check and balances in whatever that we do. But where there's any issues against some certain action that have been taken at the level of the police, whether from DPO to area commander to commissioner of police, the appropriate authority know what to do to address it. So those things should be channeled through appropriate quarters, which in this case has been done. When he was apprehended, his lawyer wrote a petition against me to the Inspector General of Police, and the Inspector General of Police directed that I should send a comment, and I sent the comments the way it is. I sent to the Inspector General of Police. And the matter is in court. So let everybody that doesn't have anything to hide appear and stand trial in court. And the court, in the wisdom, will be able to determine where the matters goes from there. So I want to say that I'm not at all. I'll continue to do my best. This cannot discourage me. And once again, no individuals who can cow me into submission to do what is wrong. Every Nigerian have the same rights within the law. The rights that the constitutions and the law that protect the right of somebody that is a suspect is equally the one that protects the rights of the victims. And the victim deserves justice. I won't say beyond this, because the matter is in court. I emphasize again, anybody that have any issue with the police processes or proceedings or any action that have been taken in respect of this matter should go to court, and the court will determine. But I want the media to assist us to use this opportunity to reach out to all the media outlets, including bloggers and those online, not to allow the esteemed pages of their publication either on social media, on the print media, or other television or radio, to be used by mischievous and misguided elements to cast aspersion on the integrities of police officers. This integrity are hard-earned. To do our best to be upright is not quite easy. We, on daily basis, we lay down our lives for the protection of lives and property of all Nigerians. We go outside the soil of this country to represent Nigeria. For myself, I've been to several missions abroad, and we have done our best to fly the flag of Nigeria, which if matter is in court, the matter is in court, and it remains in court until when judgment is given. But as to your specific question, because if I talk about the matter in court, then I have to bring the proof of the matter in court. So since I'm not the one prosecuting the suspect, we are very happy that the state, because multiple murder, even a single murder, even attempted murder, is a capital offense. And the state, the DPP, we are happy have taken the bull by the horn, and they are forging ahead with the prosecution of this matter. So whatsoever that happened that are being pressurized, yes, they did at several instances. Have been pressurized, not only for monetary gains, which I bluntly refused. I've been pressurized even by the suspect tracing my family level to ask them to prevail on me to drop the investigation, which I equally refuse to succumb to. I've been pressurized even at the friends level, that all other commissioner of police that served before me, they've done their best in that regard, but the suspect was saying that they have one way or the other not go deep into the case, maybe because of the time that they have not enough to be able to go deeply into it. So, but as I say, no, justice must prevail, and that is what I insist. And the progress that we have made in arresting those two principal suspects are far significant to be swept under the carpet by anybody. The police as an institution is a law-abiding institution. The same law that guides and protects every Nigerian equally guides and protects the police personnel. So there is no gainsaying that there was no pressure. He actually did in several instances, but we resist that. And all the people that investigated the matter during my time as Commissioner of Police equally resist that, because we have a good case, evidences, prima facie evidences, other circumstantial evidences that can stand a test of trial against Tajuddin Ahmed Akombi in court. And the matter is in court already. So whatsoever the very darkness man is saying, let him summarize them and give it to their lawyers to go and tell them in court. I think that is what is appropriate. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And whatever is in the media space is in the media space for everybody to know, and our perspective to the people knows. But I've not made any public statement or public comment. But what I'm saying today is not only to set the record straight, but to tell you the perspective as it has to do with my own personality and office. I will continue to do my best to ensure that I don't bring the Nigerian police force to ridicule, and that we stand for justice, no matter how highly placed, or no matter how influential, or no matter how rich or poor a suspect can be. Thank you, and God bless you.